Hi everybody, it's Linda from Stampin' Sister Linda, and this is my fifth in the tips on tools, and it's tool time for creative paper crafters because we use so many different tools in our type of trade that we do to make beautiful cards and projects. So I'm offering this series, and this is the last one of 5. If you haven't seen the other ones, please go through my YouTube channel and take a peek. This one today we're going to be actually talking, highlighting things about sponges and sponge daubers. And I do consider these tools because these are wonderful for accenting cards. We're going to be using some masks and just the daubers themselves, and we're also going to be bringing in some of the Stampin' Right markers too. So this will be kind of a fun little, quick little video here. Now, the definition of a tool is basically a device that is usually handheld that actually helps one carry out a specific kind of action or duty or function. So that's why we're calling these tools as well, because these are handheld and they're actually serving a purpose or a function for us. So I'm just going to show you on this little piece of Whisper White cardstock. If you just want to dress this up a little bit and you don't have any designer series paper or fancy papers, you can take a mask, and this is one of our circle masks from Stampin' Up, and just really fancy up this little cardstock with either a sponge or a dauber, using either one. So today I'm going to be using the Bermuda Bay, this beautiful blue. Sponges, you can take a little piece, punch out a piece of the cardstock of the color that you're using, and then you can actually write the name of it on there, so you always have a sponge handy. The sponges come 3 in a package, and they're pretty big. They're about this big, so you can cut them into 4s and make these little triangles, and that way your fingers don't get dirty when you're actually holding the sponge. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you a little different techniques. So when we sponge, we're sponging on the Whisper White cardstock. We're going to go in a circular fashion, and you're going to go lightly. You can always darken it up, you just can't take it away. Or you can use a finger dauber. And these are great little tools too. Again, it keeps your fingers pretty clean. You just dab it into your ink and go ahead in a circular motion. Now this does get a little bit darker color against the paper normally. You don't have quite as much control with these, but you get a much deeper and richer color depending upon the pressure that you're using. So we're going to go around and we're just going to finish these off. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a little different color to my blue. So now we're going to do some red. And again, I've got my little dauber here that I'm going to be using in my real red. And just kind of pressing into the ink and going across the Whisper White paper. And we'll do the rest of it with this color, and I did go off the paper just a little bit, but that's okay. Normally you have a little bit bigger sheet of paper, so I'm just kind of conserving here for the video. So now before I actually lift this up, I'm going to keep that in place, move my dauber out of the way. I'm going to take a real red Stampin' Right marker, and I'm going to make a definitive circle around what we've just gone ahead and use the daubers on. So we're going to go ahead and do a circle around it, and then I'm going to kind of scribble with the fine tip end of my pen, and this is even going to give it more added interest. And you'll see how cute this looks when I lift up the paper. Again, it's not rocket science. You don't have to be perfect. If you don't get around the circle perfectly, it's still going to look really, really cute. So we've done most of those. So I'm just going to show you what we've done. I left one plain just to kind of give you an idea. So this is what we've used with, these are the daubers. So you see they're a little bit darker because you don't have quite as much control. And these, of course, are our sponges. And then these were the daubers, but I've actually taken the Stampin' Right marker and done a little bit of a design inside of there. Isn't that cute? So that'll be a really, really cute, fun background for maybe a birthday card or even a baby card or a child's birthday card. So those are ways that you can do it. I also wanted to show you a storage solution for this. Now this is just, this was, I think it was an embroidery holder for like the different little threads and things. I've also seen people use these for fishing, beads. It can be a great bead holder as well, you know, possibly for that. But what I do is I keep my sponge along with that color of the dauber, and I stick it all in there. So that way, if I need a dauber or I need a sponge, I can just quickly get to it without any problems. I found that I used to do just one color for each stamp pad that I had, and that was a little too much. If you have yellow, green, blue, red, just the primary colors, that'll actually work really well. Because really, once you use the daubers and the sponges, most of that ink is coming off anyway. If you really wanted to, you could go ahead and clean your sponges by wiping them across your paper. And then you're taking off almost all of the color. There's really virtually no color left, even though it's stained looking. But then you can use it for another blue if you wanted to. So that's my little tip and trick, and I hope you liked it, and thank you so much for watching my videos. Bye-bye!